Welcome back to my Porsche Carrera 4S. Today is a video with a difference. Today I am rushing home because I am meeting a very special guest. Not only am I meeting him, I'm interviewing him. Is Andre Lotterer from Formula E fame. Andre Lotterer is a Formula E driver, for those that don't know. I'm sure pretty much 99.9% of you already knew that. And Andre has kindly agreed to speak to me from where he is currently located. So I'm rushing back there now. And as it happens, I'm in the right choice of car because many of you already know this, but Andre actually now drives for the Porsche team. It is their maiden season in Formula E, and they've actually made a very strong start considering they are a new team to the entire championship. So I'm in a Porsche, interviewing a Porsche driver. Now obviously the Formula E season has had to change up, much like every single public sporting event throughout the entire world. Formula E have actually adapted really well and come up with the Race at Home Challenge. The Race at Home Challenge then, if you haven't been following it, is effectively all the normal drivers from the Formula E Championship and the world's best gamers are now competing from home digitally. So they're racing from home on sims or rig setup, and they are battling it out on all the circuit throughout the series whilst we are in lockdown and social distancing guideline conditions. The season may well open up at some point when the conditions are relaxed and the guidelines are relaxed, but for now we are at a point where the Race at Home Challenge is fully underway. It is many weeks in. There's been some exciting racing, some controversy, and it's been a good watch. It's been really interesting to see how the real drivers fare up against the gamers as well. So it'll be really interesting to get Andre's take on that. And not only is the Race at Home Challenge a lot of fun, it is also supporting a very good cause. It is partnerships with UNICEF and their battle against the coronavirus. So a lot of fun and a good cause. You'll have seen me talking about that on my social media anyway, and ways to watch and whatnot. So do keep your eyes peeled to my Instagram stories for that, for the next race. The other good news about this video is I am going home, and that means Crisps is there, and that also means my girlfriend is there as well. So if Andre's really unlucky, I will drag them both into the line of questioning as well and get them on the live stream with him. He's a big car nut, he's a big Porsche guy as well, not only driving for Porsche, but a little birdie tells me, because we've got a mutual friend actually, we've got a mutual friend over where he hangs around quite a lot. He tells me that Andre's got a very cool Porsche collection, so it'd be quite cool to talk to him about road cars as well, see what he's got in the collection and whether he's got any tips on a particular car that we both have the same one of. So, without further waffle then, let me get home and then we're going to catch up on my sofa with Mr. Andre Lotterer. All right, Andre, how you doing?
Good. You?
Yeah, all good. Welcome to TGTV. You can be honest at this point. Have you ever watched any of my YouTube channel, and do you even know what it is? You can say no.
Of course, I've watched every single one of it.
Perfect answer. Perfect answer. How are you doing anyway? It's all. Are you locked down over there? Where even are you?
I'm in the south of France in my holiday home, so not too far from the sea. But yeah, in Provence actually. I don't know if you know. So where all the lavender fields are and olive trees and vineyards. So no lockdown anymore here. So it's I can move around and train and everything. But I was here during the lockdown. But luckily I have the weather's good here and I have a pool and I can train and do things from home. And yeah, it hasn't been too bad.
I was going to say it doesn't sound too hellish. It doesn't sound too bad at all. You've been managing to keep fit and kind of keep moving and stuff like that?
To be honest, at the beginning, I was enjoying to be at the same place for the first time in my life for such a long time. I've been on the run since I think I started karting when I was 7 or 8 years old, but let's say in terms of moving around, I think it's been pretty crazy since I was 13. So I think, yeah, definitely the first time in my life that I've been able to spend more than 2 weeks in the same place. And this time it was 2 months. So yeah, at the beginning I was enjoying relaxing and enjoying the simple little things in life, cooking, and obviously, yeah, training as well, and watching TV series, read, learn about stuff, and learn new things, and do some stuff in the house that I haven't had time to do. So yeah, take my dog for walks, and luckily I have my mom here also. That she was locked down here, my girlfriend as well. So I wasn't.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, you're not alone, are you? I like the dog bit as well. I've spent more time with my dog in the past kind of 2 months than I had in the previous kind of 8 months. So yeah, it's been
Yeah,
lots of dog time. He's got separation anxiety now, though, because I was spending too much time with him. Anyway, we're going off on a tangent there. How are you finding the season so far? And how are you finding kind of adapting to, obviously, the Race at Home challenge? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying it more than real road driving? Or is it kind of just a different challenge? How have you embraced it?
It's a different challenge that I completely embraced. I have a really good simulator at home. RS simulation gave me that, and it has a moving platform and triple screen, so it's as good as it can get. So in terms of racing at home, I'm having fun, and I have to say you get into the challenge. You definitely get nervous about it when you go for your quali lap, and it has similar trend. And actually, if you get nervous, you're much more aware about it because you don't have a helmet. You don't have the car, the speed, everything. And there you start to realize, oh, I'm sweating. Oh, I'm breathing. Or it's weird, but it's all for a good cause, and we're having fun, so it's good. But yeah, it's still very far from the real deal, obviously. But you can apply yourself in a very similar way. You can, yeah, you need to work on your driving, which is similar than the real thing. But in the real thing, you have everything. You feel the car. You're able to be one with the car. You have the team around you. Here I'm alone, so it's just me. But motorsport is nice because it's also a team sport, and it's something we've been doing since we're kids. To be one with the car is the most important thing, so you can feel where you're at each corner and do the right thing at the right exact time. And this is a bit difficult in the simulator, and especially it's a game, and some games have better car models and some have a bit worse.
How do you find racing with gamers? Are you surprised by how good they are? Or are you not surprised? And how do you feel when you see a gamer putting in quicker times than you?
It's super annoying because you're like, this is my world, this is my thing, and we do a lot of sim work at Porsche to prepare the races, but our simulator is as big as a small house, and it has tremendous amount of data to replicate as much as possible the reality, so no game can be as close to that. And in that thing, I'm pretty much as good as you can be, and I find the limit in the same way as I find it in the real car. But in the game, then you come across these top gamers, and they kick you. So you're like at the beginning you're like it's 2 seconds off, and then a second, and then it takes you a day to be within the second, and then luckily maybe and you put everything together, you're like 3 tenths behind or 4 tenths behind, and these guys, they're super, super good at it, and they've learned to get away with, or to get the most out of it themselves. We're used to have a team and everything.
Yeah.
And they are very methodic about everything. They're very visual about breaking points and about how to extract the most out of it. And this is something that has impressed me a lot because, you have to imagine they're on their own. They have to be very smart, and there's a lot more competition as well out there. There are like thousands or hundreds of thousands gamers compared to real racers.
Yeah, it's a very true point, actually. It's cool. It's cool to see, though. It's cool to see, and at some point, I imagine it would be quite cool to see the gamers go into a real car and see how they got on. I'd imagine it'd be the same learning curve for them in a real car. Maybe that'll happen at some point. But at some point this season, then, do you see the cars going back onto the track as normal, maybe behind closed doors? Do you know anything more about that?
Hopefully. I ask every day when we're going back to racing, and then some days you have some info, some days don't. I'm optimistic about it that we go back to racing, and definitely I guess it'll be under closed doors, like most events are trying to move forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, because our season started and it's pretty young with only 4 races, and it would be a shame. And for us, we need more races. You know, it's our rookie year with Porsche.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a blow because we wanted to learn all the tracks and everything for next season. We learned a tremendous amount in the first races already, and we can evolve from that. But obviously, with less races, it's not ideal. So there are talks to go racing maybe on the same place and stay there and get it done with. So I don't know. Honestly, there's nothing official, but I hope anything would be better than nothing. So
fingers crossed. It'd be quite cool to have kind of a mix of seasons, some real driving, some race at home stuff, and obviously the race at home stuff's all for a good cause. Right, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Who is your favourite driver as a friend? Who do you get on best with?
I have a few. I've been lucky to race with really cool guys, and some of them are up here actually. There's my mates that I won Le Mans with, Benoit Trellier and Marcel Fassler. We had really something super cool and intense. So that was amazing. And then I came to Formula E, and then that was super fun as well because I came across Jeff, and we were not friends before, but we became friends super quickly. And this was also something really fun. And my teammate who I have now also is probably one of the teammates I have a closest relationship with, Neil Jani. But then I'm a big fan of Jackie X, and I'm friends with him, luckily. So this has been very nice. And if you ask me, my biggest idol, then it was Ayrton Senna.
Fair play. What some people, because we was talking before this live stream went on, what some people don't realise is that Andre and I have actually got a mutual friend over where Andre spends a lot of his time. Do you go out on your bike with said individual? I'm not going to drag him into the live stream. Do you go out on your bike a lot with him? Or do you avoid the Lycra stuff?
Yeah, we the Lycra stuff. Yeah, no, we do. It's a good training. I like endurance training, so we get to go on our bikes. Yes.
I'm actually literally the doorbell's gone in the background because a new bike's just been delivered. So if you're really unlucky, you might see me in my Lycra down there at some point. So yeah, you've been warned. Right then, we're going to get on to some road car chat because obviously you are a huge Porsche fan. You've got a Porsche collection. We covered it briefly, and I kind of know what you've got in your garage, and it makes mine look embarrassing. So for the benefit of my viewers, what kind of private cars have you got? What's in your Porsche collection at the moment?
Okay, I'll start with my favorite, which is a Porsche Carrera GT. Black outside, black inside, and I put some straight pipes into it, so it's super loud. Then I have a Porsche 2.7 RS from 1973 in blood orange. Fantastic, it's a big icon. And Porsche 964 RS 3.8.
Wow.
It's a very rare car in red. And then I have a Porsche 964 convertible turbo look in oak green with beige interior, which is really nice in Provence. And about to get a 356 Speedster, which is a white one. It's been a bit of a barn find, so it's still being restored. So these are my Porsches. I'm pretty happy with
Wow. Well, we both shared, obviously, the Carrera GT. I've only had it about a month or so, and I've literally just been in traffic in it around London. So it'd be nice to get it opened up at some point. Also, interesting, you mentioned Speedster. I've actually got a 1966 912. I think they share the same engine. It's got the 1.6 4-cylinder in it.
You know more about it. you might know more about it. Like, I have to be honest, from the 1970s, I'm pretty switched on, but everything that's before that, I need to learn a bit more about.
Okay, basically the 356, and then it was the 912, which was basically they just nicked the engine from the 356, basically.
Yeah, it was still a 4-cylinder, right?
Yeah. So we've got kind of the same engine, the same cars, but I know you're paying with restoration. Mine's just been in. It's not even nearly done, and it's just been a money pit. But yeah, it's worth it in the end. Anyway, even more interesting than cars, is your dog still in the room? What's your dog's name?
Mac, he was right here, but he's probably he's playing ball with my girlfriend. So
I like balls.
Yeah, he loves balls. He's a Labrador, so he's always runs after the ball.
He's a good one.
You want me to get him?
Yeah, I'm going to go get my dog in a second, actually. He's around somewhere, but he's obsessed with balls as well. If he sees one on the other side of the park, he's gone. Absolutely gone.
Let me check if I find him.
Crisps. You called yours Max? Here he is. Yes. The boy. Here he is. I got the girlfriend here as well. I may as well. Go on, get in the mix.
I'll go to the other side.
The other side. She's coming to say hello. This is what's happening. We're sort of a little bit more locked down here in London, so there's a captive audience here. This is Chris.
Hi.
Anyway, he's the most interesting one. Anthony, Andre.
Thank you.
Hello.
I don't know where the dog is. I have to check in the garden. Let me check.
He's done a runner. Chris, are you interested in the live stream, mate, or are you just going to lick my arm there? Silly boy. Where is Max? We put out a search party. He's good. Have you seen him?
No.
He's very good.
There he is.
Oh, no.
He's good.
Chris is very jealous.
Ears have gone up. You can get a closer look. Come on. Hold on. Who's that?
Yeah.
Max.
Well, since you're with your girlfriend, I'm coming with my girlfriend too.
Yeah, drag her in. Why not?
You're locked down. Lovely.
I was going to say, can we swap locations?
Hello. Hi.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, we're going to come lock down with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Absolutely. I will show you the view, but I'll have people kind of knocking on my door and causing carnage. Right then, what have you got in store for the rest of the week?
Work. I have to get back to working on the development for the Formula E team. So a lot of calls with that, and then the Race at Home challenge still with the last round. I think it's the last round. Is it? And that's for my sim at home, and I'm also taking part in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the virtual ones, and that requires a lot of practice as well. So yeah, a mix of sports, work, sim, swim,
and me.
Most importantly.
Yeah, you can't forget that. Perfect. Okay then, and final predictions then for the season. Who do you think is going to win? You know,
the Formula E Championship or the virtual?
Well, both.
It's hard. It depends how many races we can still go for, because if we just have one race, then the ones that are in the front in the championship have a bit of an advantage. But if we have more races, honestly, in Formula E, it's so unpredictable. Like, I wouldn't be able to say, hopefully me, but maybe it's a bit optimistic in our first year. But let's see. I think it would be interesting because a lot of teams probably try to learn as much as possible from the beginning of the year. And us as rookies, as I would say, we started quite strong for a new team.
Yeah.
And looking at all the things we can do better, I'm optimistic that we can improve quite a big step. But I have no idea what the other teams can do and have learned from the lockdown. So yeah, and on the virtual one, that's definitely not going to be me. I can do good races, but I've retired twice, so hopefully I can do some podiums. But looks like, I don't know. It's don't even know how the points are, but I think it's between Van Dorn, Wehrlein, and Günther. So,
yeah, I've seen them all up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, I haven't seen you up there, but then I can't say that. You want to see me on a sim. I feel sick after about 5 minutes, so you don't want me anywhere near a sim. Perfect. Right, I'm going to let you get on with your life then. Thank you very much for spending the time having a chat. Thank you very much for introducing me to Max and your girlfriend.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your time. There he is.
Oh, Max.
He's good. That's a proper dog. That is a proper dog. You are not. Right, thank you very much.
Right,
Anyway.
it's been a pleasure.
Take care of
you so
yourself.
much.
I may see you in the south of France at some point if you're really unlucky.
Yeah, if you pass by, come by. Bye.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
Cheers, Andre. Bye, mate.
That then really is all we've got time for. A huge thank you to Formula E for sorting that out with Mr. Andre Lotterer, amazing racing driver, and a huge honour to talk to him. A big thanks obviously to Andre for his time, and make sure you check out Formula E and what they are up to. The Race at Home Challenge is still going on as at the point this video goes out, but we may well be in conditions now that the normal racing can continue on the roads with real cars. So whatever's going on, make sure you check it out, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.
She's a roller coaster.